Thinking about moving to Mossel Bay? We moved here 14 years ago, and in this video I'm excited to share with you the top 5 reasons why you might consider it and the one reason you might not. Reason number 1 why we decided to move to Mossel Bay. My husband and I were quite particular about what both of us wanted in a town where we felt we could settle down. Myself, I was more of a city girl back then. I felt that there were certain things that I didn't want to live without. For instance, good hospitals, good schools, decent restaurants, nice spas, and nice golf courses. That was how I felt at the time. I still feel like it in a big way. My husband felt that he preferred the small town vibe, and he wanted a place where you get the feeling of a village. What's that saying? It takes a village to raise a child. And also, he wanted to be able to know his neighbors and to greet people when he saw them at the shops. And Mossel Bay offered just that. We felt that it is a town that has a small town vibe, but it has the nice amenities and extras that many of the cities in South Africa can offer. At that stage in our lives, my husband worked as a shipping captain on Norwegian chemical tankers, and we had the opportunity to decide to emigrate and go and make a life overseas. We decided not to do that, but only if we were in a position where we could find a town that ticked all our boxes. And this was one of the most important boxes for us that had to be ticked. So that is reason number 1. We wanted a smaller town vibe, but with the nice amenities and extras and necessities that many of the cities and bigger towns in South Africa offered. All right, reason number 2, and this is a very important one, safety. We felt that if we move to a town, we want to be sure that our family will be safe and that there were working systems when it comes to the police service, the municipality, neighborhood watches, and in the area where we live, we have a very active neighborhood watch group. That's a WhatsApp group, and I can truly say, in comparison with many other towns, and what we feel is adequate for us, we are happy with the safety situation in Mossel Bay. We've never had a situation where there was a break-in at our property in the 14 years that we've lived here. And if there is trouble in the neighborhood, there are cameras in the streets, and basically everybody looks out for each other. And that's the main thing. People still know each other, people still talk to each other. And as soon as there is even an indication of trouble in the neighborhood, and that's not only where I live, that's in most neighborhoods in Mossel Bay, then the neighborhood watch contacts either the police or they talk to each other and sort it out. So very happy with the safety aspects of Mossel Bay. Reason number 3 that we moved to Mossel Bay is the climate. Mossel Bay has the most amazing climate. I'm not sure if you've heard this, but many people say that Mossel Bay has the second most temperate climate in the world, and that's next to Hawaii. Hawaii apparently has the most moderate climate. I love Cape Town, but we come from Blouberg, and I can say that the wind blew me from Blouberg to Mossel Bay. I don't like wind. Other people may like wind, I don't like wind. So Mossel Bay is known, in Afrikaans they say, dis 'n Karoo klimaat by die see. So it's almost a semi-desert climate, but you are at the ocean. And that is very, very unique to find apparently. I know this is, you have to compare it with other coastal towns, but in my opinion, I don't think Mossel Bay has a lot of wind, and to me that is quite important. The other thing, we have what they call ice cream weather, and that means your average temperature is 24 degrees. So fantastic weather in Mossel Bay. It is really one of the most important things to us, to be able to enjoy the outdoors and not be bothered by the weather all the time. So the weather definitely, in my opinion, is very important. It is very rare for us to get snow. Sometimes during winter months, there can be snow on the Swartberg Mountains or on the Outeniqua Pass and the Outeniqua Mountains. And then it's an occasion. Then all the families get in their cars, they go for picnics and they enjoy the snow, even though it's not a lot. But yes, the weather is fantastic here. Reason number 4, we moved to Mossel Bay. Mossel Bay has a very unique location. It has a very unique position in that it is the start of the garden route on the western boundary of the garden route. To us, it was extremely important to be able to have a comfortable life, a quality life, where we as a family could easily travel and go on weekend breakaways without traveling too far and without it being too expensive. So when you live in Mossel Bay and you drive 3 hours towards the western area, you get to Cape Town. Franschhoek, one of my favorite places on earth. Also, basically an hour over the mountain from Mossel Bay, you get to Oudtshoorn and the Klein Karoo. 3 hours in the other direction, eastern direction, you get to Port Elizabeth. I don't know how you pronounce the new name, but yes, I think most people know Port Elizabeth still. So to us, it was very important to be able to enjoy our surroundings. And also, like I mentioned earlier, with our first reason of it still being nice golf courses. You have some of the most amazing world-class golf courses close by. Just to name a few, Pinnacle Point Golf Estate or golf course, Fancourt in George, amazing, Samola, Pazula in Knysna. Those are world-class amenities that you only, Pinnacle Point is basically 15 minutes from us. So to us, that was important to be able to enjoy the surrounds easily, not too expensive. And, sometimes we have the best intentions of going on trips and doing things, but you just never get to it unless it's easy enough and affordable enough to do it. And that definitely ticks the boxes for us in Mossel Bay. Just a few hours drive and there's a whole complete different world out there. It's really, really special. Reason number 5 we moved to Mossel Bay is we wanted a forever home. We wanted a town where we could settle and be happy and make friends for a lifetime. My husband and I actually met at school. I was in standard 7 and he was in standard 9. And we've been together ever since. But coming from a small town, we appreciate the depth and the friendships and the deeper connection that there can be in a small town. We didn't want to move to a town and just to move again. It was something that was important to us. So Mossel Bay in that respect worked definitely. Mossel Bay I think a few years ago was known as a retirement area, especially areas like Dana Bay, but that certainly has changed. We on a daily basis see so many younger families moving here because I think also with COVID, many people realized that they can actually commute or they can work from home, and many people realized that a better quality of life has so much value. And Mossel Bay has, I'm very happy to say now, fiber, so they have high-speed internet, and that enables so many people to actually make it possible. I just built an office at home. I love working here. I'm so much more productive. But what I'm trying to get to is Mossel Bay is definitely a town where you can retire. We see it as a forever home. We are here to stay. We have been here for 14 years and we are absolute advocates of the town. It is, in some respect, I want to keep it a secret because it's so special. I don't want it to be spoiled in any way. But it has so much value for new blood to come in, new businesses to come in, and improvement is always good. So yes, forever home, love this town. All right, the one reason why you may not be that impressed with Mossel Bay is unfortunately the service. Mossel Bay being a small town, a slow town, as many people will describe it, means that there's not that much of an urgency to get things done. The good thing, if you are thinking of coming to Mossel Bay and you can help sort out the service problem and be a bit more efficient and faster with service, that's always a good thing. But in my opinion, things can happen a bit faster when it comes to urgent matters. I hope you all got some value from this video. If you did, please give us a thumbs up. If you are thinking of buying or selling property in Mossel Bay, feel free to reach out to us at 072 088 2075. See you in the next video.